and these are my helpers, Sophia and Jeremiah. And today we have a really nice short stack summer for you. We know that it's the beginning of summer.
I forgot to say
What? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This is Uni. And who's the other one? There's another one back there somewhere. Okay. Come on. No, Jeremiah's not going to put it on. Come on. Stop. All right, so we have one more here, and we don't know what this one's name is. All right, so we have a great show planned for you today. Some quick and easy recipes, some really delicious recipes, and we want you to go get your pen and paper, and of course, BYON, right, Sophia? Bring your own napkin because you're going to be drooling over our short stack summer. We've got some strawberry recipes for you. We've got some delicious focaccia for you, and of course, we have. What are we making today? What else? What else are we making today?
Strawberry shortcake
What else? Fried green tomatoes
with
With-
bacon.
with bacon and some beautiful, delicious Irish cheddar cheese. So we're going to get started because we have a lot of work to do. We're going to get busy. Gluten-free grandma's waiting to eat. She barely had anything for breakfast. She's starving right now. Did you guys have breakfast?
No.
A big, huge wrap they had for breakfast. But they're going to tell me they're starving in about 5 minutes. So we're going to get started. The first thing that we're making is our focaccia bread. We have a little guest here that's going to help us stir our focaccia mix. But we're going to show you our yeast first because we want you to get that started. Well, we're past that point. You got to forget that now. All right, so we're going to get our yeast going and our warm water, and we're going to get the focaccia dough ready to go. I'm going to show you that real quick. Jeremiah, can you get me bowls? One bowl. Some yeast. And scissors. All right, so the key to having your yeast do well is warm water, not hot, because then you'll kill it. Can you get me yeast in the fridge also, please? You also need to have that yeast proof before you put it into something because you want to make sure that it's actually active and that it's not dead because you have no clue how long it's been in the store. And even though there's an expiration date, you have no idea if it's been in hot, cold weather, back and forth. That can sometimes kill the yeast. And being that we've worked in the pizza business for a very, very long time, my brother was like a yeast perfectionist. And when you go through so much yeast, it doesn't go bad, but when you're just sitting in the store, you're not really sure. So you have to be careful and proof it first.
Mommy,
So,
that
yeah.
is bubbled.
So Jeremiah's going to give me a little bit of warm water in this dish. Jeremiah, go ahead and give me some warm water. And we're going to actually proof that yeast to look like this. Actually, we don't even have to do it, Jeremiah. We use this one. But what you would do is you put the warm water in the bowl. You sprinkle the yeast on top. And then you cover it with a towel and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Now, we let this sit a little bit longer because I like to be sure about it. We also sprinkled a little bit of sugar and a little bit of salt. So the sugar feeds off of the yeast and it actually activates it even in a better way. So you want to make sure, go get rid of that, please, thanks. Yeah, I'll dump this out. You don't use this much water. Use a tiny bit of water. Maybe about 1/4 cup of water. You can always add water to it if you need it when you're mixing your dough, which is what we're going to do now. We're going to make our focaccia dough. Now we're making a short stack strawberry shortcake. This is going to be our version of strawberry shortcake because we love strawberry shortcake, right? And we're going to actually make it our way because when I used to make it for my dad, we do the traditional shortcake, strawberry, heavy cream, whipped up, and all of that deliciousness. We have to change the version to obviously make it gluten-free, which we can still do the shortcake, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to do a different kind of a cream for you, and we're going to make a focaccia in the oven, so we're going to make a little different version. But we're going to stack that up, and it's going to be delicious. So we're starting first with our yeast and our focaccia dough, so we're going to get that ready. Sophia, are you ready to go?
Dragon is too.
Oh, okay. We don't need dragon right now, though. We're going to need hands. So we're going to do about 1.5 cups of our mix. This is our sharp bread box that we love and we use all the time. Okay, we're going to take our yeast and we're going to add it to here. Get Mommy's spoon, please. That's like a little, it's almost like the foam when you see in the ocean, that foam that's there. So we're going to get all that in. Now normally you can make your yeast right in that large bowl and you can start mixing it all that way. Oh, what's the junk in there? Alright, now what we're going to add to this, we also are going to add a little bit of olive oil. Jeremiah, could you get me some olive oil, please? And we're going to add a little bit of sugar. Now, normally you don't do that with focaccia bread. It's normally like a flat pizza bread, but we're making it into a dessert, so we want to add a little sweetness to it besides what we're putting on top. Yes?
Oh, I whisked
So we have about 2 tablespoons of sugar. If you want to use agave, if you want to use coconut sugar, if you want to use white sugar, or if you want to use honey, it's totally up to you. So about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of our bread mix. We are going to need more because we're going to add to it as it gets sticky. We're going to add some more flour to it. Are you ready? You're going to take off those things, Sophia.
I took off one so I have a hand.
All right, so Sophia's going to start to mix that, and I'm going to start to add some water and flour, and we're going to do that wet dry game that we play a lot of the time. So you ready, baby? Yeah. Okay. I think you should take him out because he's going to get dirty. Take her out, she's going to get dirty. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of water. And I'm going to add some more flour, about 1/2 cup. I'm going to measure that out. Jeremiah's going to get me the pan that we're going to actually get oiled up. So we're going to put our focaccia right onto that pan. We're going to let it rest for maybe 15, 20 minutes, no more than 30 minutes, because you really actually can put it right in the oven. Because with gluten-free baking, it's a little bit different than rising the dough, punching it down, rising the dough, punching it down, and doing all of that you would do for a focaccia or a pizza. So when you have, it depends on what kind of flour you're using, but you're going to just put that right into the oiled pan, and we're going to get that right into the oven at 450 to 475. Depending on how hot it is in your house that day, you can turn it down a little bit.
Now, is that
Yes.
oil? Is that pan already oiled?
Nope, we're going to do it now. You want to do it? And I'll mix the dough? Okay, you do that with a nice brush. Jeremiah, you can put that away for me.
Can I have a brush?
Alright, so I'm just going to mix this dough, and like I told you before in the past, I know that I say it all the time, but if you have a food processor that is not going to bother you to make noise like we would if we were doing it today on the show, you can just throw all this into the food processor, blend it until it forms that dough ball, and then just place it onto your focaccia pan. Alright, Jeremiah's going to get us a bowl of ice, because into that oven we're going to throw a bowl of ice, because we need that steam to open up that bread. Okay, so as you can see, we're making a really nice dough, and this is very quick. This doesn't take long at all. Alright. Can I use this
Mom,
bowl?
look at gluten-free
For
grandma.
what? Yeah, you're just putting icing. I'm going to need it later.
Mom, look at gluten-free.
Gluten-free grandma's playing. She's doing a puppet show for us while we're cooking. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take... Oh, let me take this. I'm going to put my flour on my hands, and I'm going to get this dough just to form a ball. It's a lot faster and easier with the best tools that you have in your house, which are your hands. Alright. So once you form this into a ball, we're still working on it. You're going to just work it a little bit, not much. You want to get all that goodness out of the bowl. You don't want to leave any scraps behind. Now normally you could take this off for my Now normally you could take this and roll it onto your whatever surface that you have that you roll dough onto. Just roll it a little bit.
Done.
But I don't want to do that because I don't want to make a mess right now. I wasn't ready for that. I'm going to do a little bit more flour. Sophia, could you? Thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Make sure you go up on.
Alright, go up on the corners there, yep.
I already got them.
Alright. So we're almost done with incorporating our dough. Now if you wanted to, instead of olive oil, you could use butter. You could use some ghee, melt it in before you put it in. It's up to you, whatever is better for your dietary needs. And everybody's different, so you can't say that one thing is good for you and it might not be good for someone else. So we just try to give you suggestions and substitutions in order that you can make it good for your household. Alright, so now we've got our dough. This is our focaccia dough. Look how nice that is. Very soft. Smells a little bit sweet. I can smell it. And now we're just going to put it onto our pan. Sophie, can you take the brush away and go put it back, please? Jeremiah, you can take that away from me.
Where's the dough, Bobby?
We're actually going to just press this out until we try to fill the whole pan. Jeremiah, could you get me the little rolling pin?
Can I catch it?
Yes. How are your hands?
Good.
Hold on, let me give you some flour. Go ahead. We'll save that right here for when we need it. We're going to try to press it all the way into the pan because that is going to rise. We want to give it a little bit of a chance to rise. No, the small one, honey, please. The little one. So once we roll that out into the pan, we're going to cover it just for about 5 or 10 minutes. 15 to 30 is really the goal, but since we're here and since we want to let you see everything, we don't want you to miss out. We want to get that into the, whoa, 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 stop. I don't want you rolling back and forth. Just roll it out. Yes, you were doing this. Just do this, okay? Turn it and push, turn it and push. You want to go easy with your dough. Gluten-free dough is a little bit more delicate than a regular whole wheat dough. It doesn't have that stretch, that elasticity, and that ability to like just break it and put it back together. Although you can do that, it just takes a little bit more time and patience. And if you're like me sometimes, you have no patience, you just want to get it in the oven and you want to eat it. So that's where we're at today. We want to get it in the oven and we want to eat it. All right, I'm going to put this away for now. Jeremiah, would you give me this scraper, honey? The pizza scraper? All right, so our next item that we're going to get started on is actually going to be our strawberries for our strawberry shortcake. Now, we went picking strawberries, and we know there's a whole big, huge discussion or debate going on about picking strawberries. And yes, we did pick the strawberries, and yes, I sneezed and coughed and whatever you want to call it for a long time. But we're still using the strawberries and went to the farmer's market, and they still had a ton of them ready and available. Now's the time to really get them and freeze them if you're going to make smoothies or you want to do this later or make strawberry jam. Thank you, honey. Or if you want to make strawberry syrup for your ice cream. I mean, there's so many things that you could do with the strawberries. We took them home, we washed them, we rinsed them, we did everything that we possibly could. So I'm not going to waste all the strawberries that I got, and it's 30 pounds. So, right, you pick 30 pounds of strawberries. Right? Right? Yes or no? Answer. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to brush this with some olive oil, but first I'm going to put some dimples in there, and I'm just going to press all the way down with my knuckle. I'm going to just push all the way down to the bottom. Sophia, all right, just do one more row here of 4 dimples. And we're going to brush the olive oil on top. Now, focaccia bread really, you know, back when they first started making it, it was an olive oil bread, and it was a double-sized yeast, so it had a lot of air in it. And that olive oil was able to soak into that bread and just be really super delicious. Nowadays, you know, they make it so many different ways. It's a focaccia, it's a flatbread pizza, it's so many different things, but really what it comes down to is it's delicious. And it really just has to be made to how you like it, and we're making it today how we like it, so we hope you enjoy the recipe. We need some olive oil on the top, real good olive oil. Come on, here. Jeremiah, where's the olive oil, honey? Here, put some in here for Sophia so she could brush the top. All right, let me get this out of here so we can get started.
That's good. Don't that much.
That's okay. We won't waste that. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna give this a rest first, and then we're gonna get into the oven. So Jeremiah's gonna give us a little bit of time. Jeremiah, give us 5 or 10 minutes on a timer so we can let that rest. We're gonna cover it with plastic and a towel. You don't want to put just the towel because you don't want it to stick. So you want to put the plastic. If you have the time, hot towel, soaked, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, drape it over the focaccia with the plastic over it, and let that sit, and that'll be really lovely. All right, that's good, honey. All right, cover with plastic and with a nice kitchen towel. Sophia, that's enough. Thank you.
Okay,
So those holes allow that olive oil to kind of pool into that little section, and you get a really nice little olive oil taste. We're going to put the rosemary on right before we put it in the oven, and strawberries and rosemary go really lovely together. So we hope you enjoy that. And we have fresh rosemary from our garden from last year that we dried. So we're going to use that, okay? All right, let's get ready. I'm going to put this away. Jeremiah, don't let this go into the oven without the rosemary, please. We need the rosemary on top. All right, the next thing we're making is our fried green tomatoes, but we're gonna do the strawberry. You're gonna start the strawberries in between. The strawberries were frozen, so they're very soft. So I have a feeling that when Sophia cuts them, she's gonna be complaining.
I won't be complaining.
Because they're squishy.
I won't.
All right. So why don't you go get the bowl of strawberries? I'm gonna get the West Bend ready. This is like my favorite little tool, and I know I've told you this before, but I got this at a thrift store. It comes with the top. And when we travel, we take this with us a lot of the times because you're stuck in a hotel room, you can't eat anywhere, you need something to eat. This can do it all. This can cook your chicken, this can make your eggs, this can make a wrap, this can do a pizza, this can do whatever. This is a really good thing to have. All right, first I want you to wait 1 minute because you're going to need a second bowl to put them in when you're done cutting them. All right, this has to go. All right, right, Sophia's going to cut the strawberries, and what she's going to do, move it over here so you can see. You're going to just, let me show you really quick. You're going to make slices like that. And actually, you just cut them in half, and we're going to mash them up a little bit. No, you have to put them in a bowl, Sophia. You get your bowl.
I think this is a good one.
Yep, put them in here. Don't do that. Just put them in gently. All right, so after you freeze strawberries, you can tell they get really mushy, which is fine. We froze them on a flat surface, then we put them all into a bag. For what we're making today, we don't need the strawberries to be fresh, but we do need them to be juicy and delicious, and that's definitely what these are after picking them. When we were picking them and eating them, that's really when I was really were you sneezing that day? You're getting it all over you. Don't wipe it on there. Wipe it on the towel. Only because you're going to just keep cutting, so why don't you just wait till you're done cutting, then wipe your hands on the towel. All right, so she's just going to start chopping strawberries. We're going to add, we really don't need it, but for viewers' sake and for most of the recipes call for a little bit of sugar, we're going to just add a little bit of sugar to that.
Yummy.
All right, I have our Westman on a little bit low, and I'm going to start with the green tomatoes. Jeremiah's going to cook the bacon in the back burner because we can't do everything all in the front for you. So cooking bacon, you know how to do that. That's very easy. Doing the fried green tomatoes, we're going to show you today right here, and I'm going to just have Sophia move over a little bit. And you're going to put the strawberries in there when you're done, okay? All right, so today we're using our breadcrumbs from Metropolitan Gourmet. Thank you, Jerry, and the whole gang over there, Mary, for sending us these. They made us special ones with no sugar in them, and that's the way we like them. We don't need the extra sugar. It's not really necessary, and a lot of people watching their diets are really more conscious of how much sugar they are eating. So we'd rather have the ones without the sugar than with. So thank you guys for making us and sending us these delicious breadcrumbs. We're going to be using them on our fried green tomatoes, so I'm just going to let you know that's that. All right. We're going to be using 2 egg yolks. Now I'm going to just do, I'm going to separate the yolks and the whites. And I'm going to actually just scramble those up a little bit. You all right? How you doing with your strawberries? Oh, I got shells. You don't want shells. We have a yolk there. Oh, there goes one. And we have one more yolk here. Okay. You don't need it. Just put that on the pan and use it. It makes enough grease its own.
I'm not going to touch
All right,
this
so I'm going to mix those up a little bit. And we're going to get these ready to do our fried green tomatoes. Now, when you're doing the fried green tomatoes, we were lucky. We got to the farmer's market and they had beautiful green tomatoes. They also had beautiful red tomatoes. So we really struck gold when we got there. But I'm going to just slice these into thick slices. You don't want it really thin and mushy. You want to kind of bite into it and get that green tomato taste. You don't want to miss out on that because it's really an interesting flavor and I really love it. Let me get my cutting board. Excuse me. All right, so once you have your green tomatoes cut and ready to go, I'm going to show you the slices we're going to make. Let me check it. We're going to do a thick slice. So we've got a nice thick slice. Look at that tomato. Isn't that awesome? All right, we've got those 3 slices ready. We can do one more tomato. We're not going to throw that away because we're going to use that actually to garnish the top. And you can actually use fried green or regular green tomatoes to actually make some salsa, which is nice too. You like salsa, Sophia? Yeah. You like cutting strawberries? Not when they're mushy, she said. All right, so we've got our nice thick green tomato slices. I'm actually going to use what's left in my bag here first before I go into this one. I don't know about you, but I like a really crunchy fried green tomato. It's really delicious to me. So I'm going to do it my way, and I'm just going to go straight up breadcrumb. No, I have to do this because I'm going to put it right into here. I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil. finish the strawberries for Mommy, okay? And then we'll switch maybe later. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit, I'm going to do the yolk first. You might need a little bit more yolk. And you can use milk, you could use anything. You could use a regular egg, but I can't have egg whites, so we're going to just use the yolks. Alright, so we're going to dunk it into our breadcrumb. Now, if you like really heavy breadcrumb, what you can do is do egg, and you can do flour, then the egg, and then the breadcrumb, and you'll have more of a heavier texture. We're just going to go a little light. It is summer. You want to go a little lighter. And we're going to dunk it right into, we're going to put it right in our hot pan. It's going to take a few minutes on each side to cook and brown. Now, every time I make this, I think of my friend Kirsten, who's the gluten-free gal. She really thought our fried green tomato sandwiches looked delicious. I think she was drooling through Twitter. So we're going to just put our nice breadcrumb on the top. Here, and we're going to add it to the pan with the hot oil. I think I have enough for 4 tomatoes, so we'll go with 4 right now. And we can have to do, obviously we'll have to do more later when gluten-free Dad gets home, right, Sophia?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta make Daddy a delicious summer stack up. Now the short stack just came to me because, ouch, that's hot. Because I think of short stack pancakes, you know, you layer it. My husband layers the butter and the pancake and the syrup, and it just looks so delicious. So this to me is like my version of a short stack, using all the deliciousness of summer, which is probably our favorite season, right? Is summer your favorite season? Yeah. Surfing, lifeguard class, what else? Finding sea glass is definitely gluten-free grandma's favorite thing to do, right? All she wants to do is find sea glass. And every piece that we find has to go right to her. We have to hand it over. Right? Sophia, you gotta hand over your sea glass? Alright, I'm gonna go with those for now. I'll do one more. Just in case we have someone pop in real quick.
Mommy, do we have to do all these?
Yes, keep
My
going.
hands are freezing.
Her hands are freezing because they're cold. The strawberries are cold. Now, when you have the fresh strawberries, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to slice them up, and you're going to put a little bit of sugar and toss them and let them sit aside while everything else is cooking. Jeremiah, can I see the focaccia so we can get that in the oven, honey?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to set this aside. Nobody. Just getting ready, kids.
Oh yeah, Mommy, say two for me.
Jeremiah, can you wash that whole thing? All right, let's go over here.
Mom, can you do the best?
What, honey? Your hands are cold here. All right, you want to switch with me? Go wash up. All right, so we're going to check. Our focaccia rose, hold on, please. Our focaccia rose a little bit. We're going to show you how nice that looks. And now we're just going to add a little bit of our rosemary on it. Now, normally you can actually, Sophia, you want to do the rosemary, crunch it up in here?
Yeah.
And I'll do this. We have fresh rosemary from our garden. I'm going to let Sophia just do it right here. Move over. No, leave this here. Move over. She's going to just do the rosemary and a little bit, chop it up here, and then sprinkle it on the top. And then that'll be ready to go in the oven. And I'm going to start doing the strawberries. I'm going to get those chopped up. Jeremiah, how are you doing with the bacon?
Everywhere.
Good.
You're cooking it slow, right? Now you can see we have delicious juice on the bottom of this bowl. I don't know if you can see that. That's all strawberry juice. That's yummy.
You can make a strawberry sponge too.
I'm going to do it right in the bowl here.
Put it down.
You could mash them up if you have a masher, or if you have like one of those little pastry blenders, you could just mash it up. You don't want to mutilate it and put it in a blender. You don't want that.
Cover both sides.
Now, once we're doing the strawberries, now we used to go strawberry picking with my gluten-free grandma sometimes, and we used to bring home a lot of strawberries, right? And I think after she brought home a lot of strawberries, that was the last time she decided to go.
Mommy, done.
Listen. Okay. All right, we're going to sprinkle this rosemary over the focaccia just a little bit. You don't want too much. Rosemary can be very overpowering. Sophie, a little bit more and then you're done. Can you hear our tomatoes sizzling? They're doing nice. I like to do everything slow and low because I don't like to rush. What? No. All right, so we're going to put this back in here. And I'm going to put this in the sink. We're going to take a little bit of sugar. That's good. Jeremiah, get this in the oven, please, right now, with the and throw the ice in. He's going to put the focaccia bread in the oven, and he's going to throw the bowl of ice in, just the ice, not the bowl, and shut the door. That's going to bring some steam up for that focaccia, so it'll bring some air into it. What? Yep, just throw it on the bottom of the oven, not near the focaccia, underneath it. Okay, maybe you can see. I don't know if you can see what he's doing. And now he's going to close the door, and don't open it again. Okay, so that's on 450. That's going to go for about 12 to 15 minutes. All right, we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of sugar to the strawberries, and Sophia's going to mix that up a little bit. And I'm going to check on our tomatoes. I'm going to flip the first one over because I think I see that it's nice and brown. A little bit, not brown enough, but it's hot. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. And I'm going to add some more oil to here, just a little bit.
Is this okay if some rosemary got on the strawberries?
Yeah, that's okay. It all goes together. Right, she's mixing that up really nice. We're going to get started on the cream that we're going to put on top now. It's up to you. You can do whole cream, fresh cream, whipped cream, Cool Whip, whatever it is that you want. All right, once you get rid of this over there. Oh, this looks so good. Now, I don't know if you are familiar with the strawberry shortcake and the gel in the grocery store. That gluten-free grandma always buys the gel. It comes in, it's like Marie's something, right? Marie's strawberry gel.
I don't remember the name.
And it's just a red gel, and I don't know what it has in it, but it's all kinds of stuff. But she always buys that and puts it into the strawberry shortcake. She makes the strawberries in it and then layers it. We're skipping that beat because I probably can't have that particular item. I didn't even look for it. But we have just kind of like what she had in that can here. It was kind of like a cross between a Jell-O and a filling. It was like interesting thing, right?
Gelatin.
It was like, yeah, like a gelatin and a filling, and she would add it to the strawberries and just let it sit, let that soak in together, and then spread that on the strawberry shortcake that she would make. But we're just doing our own way because we have a very restricted diet. So we want to make sure that everybody can eat it. So all we have is raw sugar and strawberries. What do you think about that? Raw sugar and strawberries. Delicious? She's not sure now because she cut squishy strawberries. All right, let's clean up your mess here. 12 to 15 minutes. All right, clean up your space, honey, please. Clean that up. Right, we've got our fried green tomatoes. They're cooking. Now, normally we would do like a salt and pepper and all that into the breadcrumbs, but Jerry put everything in there for us. So we have like a lot of things that we need in there. We have salt and white pepper, oregano, garlic powder, parsley, and corn-free baking powder. So if you're interested, you can go to Metropolitan Gourmet, I think it's .com, what is it? Metropolitan-gourmet.com, and you can order either one, the ones with the sugar or the ones without. Make sure you tell Jerry that Dana sent you, and you want the sugar-free ones if that's what you need for your diet. And I'm sure he'll be making them for you. Okay, let's flip over that. Oh, look at this green tomato one. If I can show you that, it's looking beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Looks good. All right, clean this up, I said. Clean this up. No, you didn't. Wipe this down. Clean it up. So we're going to clean up the space, and then we're going to do the cream that we're going to make for our strawberry shortcake stack that we're making. And we also have a little cilantro mayo that we're going to use for our fried green tomato stack. It's going to be yummy. All right, Sophia did a good job. You don't need this anymore, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you ready to do the cream?
Yeah.
We need that nice big bowl that Jeremiah had. That
Mommy,
silver
look
bowl.
at my stepstone. Look at how tall I am.
Yeah, you are tall. Get that silver bowl over there. We have coconut cream. It actually comes in a can. I actually grabbed the wrong one and it's sweetened already. So I'm going to try to see what it's like when we taste it, because what we're going to do is add a little bit of our, we're going to add a little bit of our Italian version to this. Let me see. Not that sweet. My kids would say not sweet at all because they eat sugar. And we're going to pour this into here. Now this is the coconut milk. The top is the cream. So that's what we're taking out and we're going to use. What do you say? No. No what? Not sweet. Can you get the rocotta cheese out for me, please? All right, so we're doing our Italian twist on it because everything in our house pretty much is either like Mexican or Italian. We have to put our twist on it. So we're adding our ricotta cheese to it. We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of ricotta cheese. And even if your ricotta cheese is not fresh and not going so good, just take the top layer off and use the bottom, it's fine. All right, so we're gonna actually mix this together. I'm gonna let Sophia whip it up because she wanted to. Go ahead, whip that up.
Like this
Go
way?
shut that door, please. Jeremiah, go shut that door, please. There. Yes, whip it up. You need to hold it yourself. And I'm gonna flip tomatoes. They're looking good. They're looking good. Can you go easy, please? Yeah, here. Go easy.
Okay.
All right, I'm flipping the green tomatoes. They're frying up nice in our olive oil with our Metropolitan Gourmet breadcrumbs.
Yes.
Sophia's whipping up the cream for our strawberry. And we'll do fresh cream for gluten-free grandma later, just not now. But you guys know that you just get the cream and you keep beating it like Sophia's doing right now. You can add sugar or no sugar, depending upon what you're making. Depending upon what you're making, you can add the sugar to it if you want. But you could use a powdered sugar, or you could use a coconut sugar or agave. It's up to you. Keep your head up, please, and back because your ponytail's going in my mommy. No, your ponytail's going in too. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of vanilla to our cream mixture here. Stop for 1 minute.
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna turn brown.
Okay. And we're gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar. Sophia, watch out for 1 minute. About 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. My kids are freaking out. They're so excited because normally I would never put powdered sugar in that, but I'm making strawberry
Never
shortcake.
put that much
The
powdered
focaccia
sugar.
is not very sweet. The strawberries are just naturally sweet, and the cream we want to be sweet, so we want to add that little sweetness to it. So how's the focaccia doing? Don't open the door, just look in the window. I'm going to start to make the cilantro mayo that we're going to drizzle on top of our fried green tomato stacks. So that's very simple, really simple. I'm just going to flip that last one over. So we have fresh cilantro here. I'm going to put it right here. We have some limes. We're going to zest a little bit of that lime. Will I have a bowl, please? Can I have a bowl, please? And the cilantro over there. All right, move over a little bit, please, honey. All right, all I'm going to do is I'm going to zest our lime. Thank you very much. This is like I don't know, like this is almost like a drink.
Is this done?
No, keep going. If
Okay,
you want to
take a break.
take a break, yeah. Stir the
Wait,
strawberries a
just
little bit.
lime.
Stir the strawberries a little bit, gently. When you stir the strawberries, you just want to toss them gently. You don't want to mash them up and make strawberry jam. That you can do on another day. All right, so we've got our lime zest.
Done.
Thank you.
Two whisk.
We're gonna get our mayo. Jeremiah, would you get the mayo out of there, please? And we're gonna just chop up some cilantro right there. Yeah. Stop, please. Thank you. Stop. All right. I love this mayo. It tastes delicious. I don't know if you've ever had it. Sir Kensington is so yummy. I could just like go like that. It's so good. If you've never had it before, we found it at. Did we find it at Shoprite or Stop and Shop? I think we found it at Stop and Shop, and my husband was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this for you." I'm like, "No, it's $5. Don't get it for me. I'm fine, but thank you. I love it, so I'll take it." But you know, when you're making stuff like this,
Mom, is this good?
if you can have Hellmann's mayonnaise or whatever mayo you can have, Vegenaise, you could use that. You don't have to use what we're using. You can substitute whatever you like. All right, we're doing a lime juice, about a tablespoon of lime juice. I'm gonna do a pinch of salt. Yes, honey. No, keep going. She's gonna keep going. She's gonna get muscles on both sides, and she's gonna switch back and forth. You wanna do this? I'll trade you. Wanna do this? All right. I didn't want you to use the 2 whisks because you needed that one for this, but now you're just gonna use that. So we have a nice coconut cream. I don't know. No, it's okay. I don't know if you can see this. It's not very thick. But if you put it in the refrigerator or the freezer and let it get really cold,
I'm
1
gonna
minute,
wash
please?
this because this
Can you
is
1
good.
minute, please? Okay. If you wash this, you put this in the freezer and let it chill, or the refrigerator, and it'll get nice and hard. You actually can make ice cream out of this. I keep some coconut cream in the freezer for when I want a scoop of whipped cream. I put that on whatever I want. Or if I want to make an ice cream sandwich, I'll add that to my ice cream, make it really creamy. I'm going to put this over here for now.
I'm gonna take this out.
Oh, Sophia, Sophia. All right, so now I'm gonna use this plate for our green tomatoes. They're done. Look at those. They look nice, right? Ooh, they're hot. Very, very hot. Okay, I'm gonna let these just sit for a minute while we decide how and what else we're gonna do. We have one more that needs to cook a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. Now, for this cilantro dressing, the little cilantro mayo that we're going to drizzle over that, I know for sure I didn't make enough of this, but I'm going to make more later, and I can use really good Grandma's Hellmann's for her, and she can put however much on she wants. All right, so we're finished. How's she doing? All right, take a break for a minute. Thank you.
Right there.
All right. I'm just going to dice up some cilantro. We have fresh cilantro. I'm going to toss that in here. Now, if you have a blender, you could just blend it up real quick. You'd be done in like 2 seconds. And literally this meal might take you half an hour, if that. Alright, and when you have minions like I do, that takes even shorter time. You like to eat? Yes, then you have to help, right? Right?
I'm not a minion though.
What are you?
I like to cook.
She likes to cook. She's my best cooking girl. And I have my sous chef in the back who is always with me. He's like the gopher. He goes and gets this, goes and gets that. He just does whatever needs to be done in order to get him a nice meal. He has no problem with that. Right, Jeremiah? All right, so Sophia has our lime cilantro mayo.
Pinky
That actually, go get a spatula, please. We're gonna put this into a little container so we can actually see how much we have. We'll put this into a little bowl.
Ready? I go.
Mommy gonna do this, okay? All right, so I've got just this nice cilantro mayo.
You should do the other one.
And that's gonna be for our fried green tomato and bacon. Sophia, would you get out? Thank you. Would you get out the Irish cheese, please? All right, let me just get out every last lick of that one.
Which one?
Yeah, both of them. Okay, let me clean up this
cheddar.
mess. Just take them there and eat it. All right, I'm gonna take off our green tomato. That's all done.
What would you like me to do with the cheddar?
Just wait 1 minute, okay, please? Thank you. All right, I'm gonna take off our West Bend because we're done with it. Okay. I'm just gonna put this over here for now. Jeremiah, be careful. I'm gonna put that down so we can get plating and we can show you how delicious everything's gonna be. We have our fried green tomatoes here. Jeremiah's doing the bacon in the back. I have the Irish cheddar here. We are using reserve cheddar. Now, Rose was so generous, and when we were at the last event, the Cupcake Foundation, she had all kinds of cheeses out for everybody to try. And you know, Kerrygold is gluten-free. It's grass-fed cows from Ireland. It's very pure. They don't use pesticides over there or anything like that. So this is delicious cheese. You like this one? Yeah, you like this one, right? What are you going to say to me? What were you going to say? Oh, okay. Excuse me. All right, let me get this.
I have paper towel.
Okay. All right, I'm going to flip this over so we can use the other side. Cut the cheese. You silly. You're going to cut the cheese? Okay. We're going to cut little blocks for ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Let me just show you real quick. We're going to cut a slice like this. We just want it to fit on top of the tomato. And if you have time, you can actually put this in the oven and let it melt a little bit. We're going to, oh, you want to do the rest? Okay, let me move this. Let me move this stuff so she can work. Alright, so if you have time, you can lay this on a sheet pan and just kind of let it melt a little bit. Thank you, honey. Now we have the reserve, we have extra just in case we needed more cheese. Because you know, everybody loves cheese. You can use your Daya or you can use goat cheese. You can use Gouda, you can use Brie, whatever you want. Last year we used Gouda. Gluten-free grandma loves Gouda. And this year we're going to try our little cheddar. So that's enough for now, Sophia. Just put one more piece on here. Well, this one's mine.
Hey, Mommy.
All right. How's the focaccia bread?
You get half.
Come check it. Just went off.
Let me go check. Yeah, take it out. Yeah. All right, our focaccia bread seems to be done. We have some ready just in case because. Okay, that's yours then.
Nope, that's yours.
We have some focaccia bread ready just in case, and we actually have like nothing else to do. We're almost done. So we're just gonna review for you. We have our focaccia that we're making into strawberry shortcake stacks. We have our fried green tomatoes with our Irish cheddar reserve on top. Jeremiah's cooking the bacon. We're doing a stacked nice little lunch. We have our chipotle lime mayo that's going to be delicious on top of the fried green tomatoes.
How is that?
We have our strawberries that are just actually, oh I'm sorry,
I just stirred that.
cilantro. Did I say chipotle?
Yes.
Cilantro, lime, mayonnaise, because we have chipotle mayo all the time. That's probably why it came out of my mouth.
I am stirred that already.
That we have for our fried green tomato bacon stacks. And then we have just our fresh picked strawberries that were in the freezer. We just cut them and let them sit in their own self. Little bit of sugar, like 2 tablespoons, nothing else. And we're just letting that go. Yes. Okay, come on up. The next thing we're going to make is our drink for the day, and we're going to have our very lovely, no puppets right now, okay? And stop playing with the cheese. For our drink, we're going to make something a little bit different. Now, I'm more of the unique drink kind of person. I like something different. So we're going to modify a brown cow. Now, if you know what a brown cow is, or a, what's that, eclair? I forget what you call it. Oh, egg cream soda. We're going to make our own version. Jeremiah's going to get the chocolate syrup, the vanilla So Delicious coconut milk ice cream, and the seltzer. And we're going to make our own drink. And also, Jeremiah, a glass of ice.
Mommy,
Now,
can I meet you?
could you hold on a second, please? Now, you could add strawberries to this and give it a little bit of a different flair since you're having a strawberry kind of meal. But we're just going to do chocolate.
You're supposed to put the tongue in first, Mommy.
Alright, so we're going to put a little bit of our chocolate syrup in the bottom. Jeremiah, can you stop, please? For those of you who aren't familiar, today we're using Alaska. This is gluten-free, dairy-free chocolate syrup that Sophia can have. Alright, and now what we're going to do is add, go get the coffee, please.
There's your glass.
Thank you. I needed that glass. Alright, let me just change this over.
That's a coffee.
I'm going to leave the ice in there. We're going to do one more. Alright, so you can do with the chocolate syrup or without. Not yet. Alright, Sophia's going to pour some coffee in there. Chocolate syrup, mommy. Have to eat it. Okay. Alright, more coffee, a little bit more coffee. Thank you. Okay, stop. It's kind of like a coffee float. Can you stop for 1 minute and get down? Thank you.
This is the fun
All right,
part.
Sophia's going to stir this. We want to incorporate the chocolate syrup with the coffee. We've been drinking Dutch coffee all week, so this kind of inspired us to have the brown cow and change it a little bit. I love food holidays, so when I see food holidays on the calendar, like whatever else is coming up, I just get excited and I want to just make everything. All right, so we have coffee and our chocolate syrup in here. Let me move this out of the way. Okay,
Don't-
now
Yeah, put the ice cream. This
we're
is
going to put the ice cream in first.
And then can I put the fun part?
We have a scoop of our So Delicious vanilla bean ice cream. We're going to put that into our dish. Our glass.
Do I get one?
Sure. You have to see if you like it first. You and Sophie can share. Sophie, go get some
Okay.
straws.
Jeremiah, can you do
Go get some straws, please. Alright, the next thing that we're going to do with that is add the seltzer. We're going to add some ice first. 2 pieces of ice should be enough. I like it cold. Oh, we we got a message. Don't hang up. Who's ever there, come on in. We're making something to eat. We have strawberry focaccia here and fried green tomatoes with bacon and Irish cheddar. So if they're calling for something to eat, tell them to come on over. All right, you're right. No, one straw. One. Oh, you and Jeremiah. Okay. Sophia's going to pour the seltzer in there. You have to be careful when you pour the seltzer because you cause an explosion. And go ahead, keep going. Okay, next one. And you want to just kind of stir that around a little bit. It's almost like a chocolate iced latte. It's really delicious. All right, I'm going to try mine first. It's like chocolate, coffee, ice cream, float. It's delicious. It just reminds me of like, it would be like an Italian drink. You don't like it? Give it to me, May.
I still want it.
Now, if you want to, you can put sugar in this, but I'm definitely not putting sugar in this. There's enough sugar. Within everything else, I don't need it.
There's chocolate of my
Is this gluten-free grandma's glass? Gluten-free grandma, you want the whole shebang? All right, so we're gonna make one for gluten-free grandma. Jeremiah, keep an eye on bacon and everything, honey. We need everything. We need a plate.
Okay.
We're gonna add the coffee. I'm gonna show you one more time. This is the brown cow. Coffee. Gluten-free grandma doesn't like strong coffee, but this coffee with the ice cream and everything else is really good. And you can always add milk if you want. Okay, you ready?
Bobby's gonna do the unsalted this time.
Stop stirring, please. Okay, a scoop of ice cream, a couple of cubes of ice, and then
The
we've got to pour the seltzer.
It's blowing in the
Carefully and slowly. Okay, that's good. Now gluten-free grandma needs a straw. Look at that. It looks delicious, right? Doesn't that look delicious? That looks good. Go ahead, give gluten-free grandma her drink.
Bobby, I did an explosion.
Put this away, please. I love this vanilla bean ice cream if you've never tried it before. So delicious, coconut milk ice cream. You can do anything with that. It's just so much fun. All right, guys, come on. It's time to plate. All right, now it's time to eat. And we know you're drooling, so we hope you BYON. Bring your own napkin because we're going to start eating. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Sophie, you can pass this out. Watch behind you. Sophia, pass that out, please.
Mom, watch this.
Sophia, pass out the stuff, please. All right, we've got our plates for our fried green tomato snacks. Jeremiah, you're gonna bring me the bacon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you wanted to, you could also add a layer of a regular sliced tomato. It's up to you, but we're gonna just do straight up fried green tomato.
Mom, look it.
Yes, I see, honey. Excuse me. Down for a second. Put that away. Thank you.
Nice, yummy bacon.
Come on. There we
Happy
go.
day.
All right, now we like our bacon really crispy. Jeremiah doesn't. So we know who cooked the bacon today. But we're gonna love it and eat it. We can always go back and cook some more if we want to, but it's too delicious. All right. So we've got our little bacon on the top. Now you can do a second layer and stack that up and do a nice appetizer or lunch. No, but we're just gonna add our little cilantro lime dressing to that. That looks yummy, right? And we're gonna get our focaccia stacked up. Jeremiah, have this, but actually you could take this away. We made our focaccia this morning and we branded ourselves. We love doing that. It's so much fun. I'm gonna put that here. Can you guys move over a little bit and trade me for the focaccia? I need to put that on. They can actually plate. Jeremiah, you want to show them, and then you can give everybody a taste. Trade me that. All right, so we're gonna plate our fried green tomato stacks with bacon and our cilantro lime dressing. It's gonna be delicious. Now we have our focaccia right here. I want you to see that, how it tightens and stiffens up
Can
a
I
lot.
plate this?
Yeah, go ahead and plate that. I've got my knife, and I'm gonna make our strawberry shortcake stacks. Now normally I would just pop this out of the pan, But because we have like no room, I'm gonna try to cut it in the pan.
I'm going in.
Now remember, we put a little bit of rosemary in here and a lot of olive oil. You're going in, Sophie? You're not stopping?
Mm.
You have a little bit stuck to the pan there.
That is the.
Alright, look at this. We've got our nice little bread here.
Mama, she wants a piece of bread.
Huh?
She wants a piece of bread.
What? You want bread? No, this is for strawberry shortcake. She's trying to get bread. She's always trying to get bread. She always wants bread. Alright, we're going to actually make this. Jeremiah, how you doing over there?
He likes it.
Is that good?
No, look at it. He
Yeah,
likes
he's
it.
happy?
I just had one bite.
That's a big one.
Alright, now I'm going to make this over here. And I'm going to show you. We're going to take our piece of focaccia. Oh, I'll have one bite.
What?
That's yummy. And can you guys get down for a second? I need a spoon.
That is delicious.
Delicious. All right, I'm going to take our strawberries that we have marinating right here in just their own juices. I'm going to stack it up. I need another spoon, Sophie. Can you get down for a minute? We've got our coconut cream here. Can you get down for a minute? Thank you, honey. And I'm going to just add a little bit of coconut cream to the middle there.
Bobby.
I'm going to stack the second one up and make our strawberry shortcake stack ups. And I'm going to add more strawberries to that. And I'm going to add a little bit of that coconut cream. Now you're ready to have your summer short stack. Who wants to have some of this? Want some of that? I'm going to make another one. I'm going to make some on a smaller plate so everybody can share. Why don't you move over a little bit, please? Thank you. All right, I'm going to make a small one for May.
Oh, Sophia.
Wow, why don't you pick it up and eat it?
That's too big.
I'm going to just stack mine up and eat it with my hands.
Me.
You're eating something right now. Can you move over, please? Thank you. I'll do it for you in a minute. I'm going to stack that up.
That's so messy.
Have this part.
So I've got my strawberry shortcake stack up, and I'm just going to pick it up and eat it. See how it goes.
That
Mmm.
is so good.
Mmm.
Mmm. Messy, right?
Messy, but yeah.
I love messy food.
Wow, that is really messy. I'm going to just take the top piece and eat it.
I love it. Mom, you like the guy on
Am I okay?
Drivers and
Oh my goodness, yeah. That's delicious. All right, guys, I think it's time to go. Look at Sophia.
What about my garden?
Make it for you. Stop doing it.
strawberry shortcake.
I'm going to make Jeremiah's strawberry shortcake, but I think we should say goodbye first. Guys, you have anything to say?
Goodbye.
Have a great day.
Have a delicious weekend. We hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Make this
See
food. It's
how
delicious.
simple these recipes are. And actually, you can use the focaccia for anything. The fried green tomatoes, you can put it on the focaccia and make a sandwich. It would probably be delicious, which is what gluten-free Dad's going to want to do when he gets home. He's going to layer tomato, bacon, cheese, cheese, in between two pieces of focaccia bread probably. We hope you enjoyed the show today, guys. We hope you tune in next week. We might have something special next week. We're not really sure, but we do have some guests coming in the future. So I want you to stick around. Check out our posts on our Instagram. What do you want to say?
Make this food. Your kids will love it.
Your kids will love it. Thank you for joining us today on ABC Gluten Free. We hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And we want you to come taste and see how good it is to be gluten free. Have a great weekend. God bless everybody. Enjoy. Ready? Huh?
I'm not stopping.
Mm-hmm.
Music by various artists. Hair by Satinique. Makeup by Artistry. Wardrobe by Tula the Boutique. Follow us on Livestream, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest at ABC Gluten Free. ABC Gluten Free is a production of AmericanBods.com. Ciao.
Ciao for now. God bless everybody.